It was really good. Your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing clinic. Been some speculation that that two things happened yesterday. Of course, you see this picture with his trainer. I think his name Eddie Chapo Reynoso, whatever his name is, one of them. Giving Canelo Alvarez appeal or something, and people are highly skeptical of this. This is not the first time that they did this. They did it another time as well, put something in his mouth. It's probably nothing but a vitamin or amino acid or something. So why would you give somebody a steroid or something illegal, at the weigh-in, for the second time that I know of? So I'm not reading nothing into that. People reaching, talking about body acne on Canelo, this small bump, John Jones got this bump. People just reaching too damn much, man. This guy ain't about to give Canelo nothing in front of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Tom Loeffler, Triple G. They're not about to allow that shit to happen. And he do look mad suspect here giving it to him. But it wasn't nothing. I'm pretty sure. It's probably a vitamin or amino acid. It's probably more of amino acid because he wants to get that protein, that base protein in his body so he can start rehydrating. So I'm not worried about that. And plus, you had the little weigh-in thing yesterday. If you haven't heard, it's starting to become some speculation that Canelo didn't make the weight yesterday because of how he weighed in. He stepped onto the scale, and did a little flex and stepped off. Triple G stepped on the scale first, and he sat there for a minute. They got his weight. He flexed. He smiled. He did everything and stepped off the scale. Canelo stepped on the scale, and as fast as he stepped on the scale, most people think he stepped off the scale, and making people, wonder, did he really make weight, or did Oscar De La Hoya and Tom Loeffler and Team Triple G make a back deal because Canelo didn't make weight? And Canelo looked mad drained this week. He looked mad drained. He didn't have no energy in his face, and I could tell by his demeanor that he was having some trouble cutting down the weight. And it did look mad fishy that when he stepped off that scale so fast. He stepped on and stepped off, and maybe he wanted to rehydrate, get the Pedialyte or Gatorade in his system. But what makes people so skeptical about this, is the simple fact that Triple G or Canelo done it several times. He did it with Canelo. He did it with Angulo. He did it with a couple other fighters when he didn't make weight. They changed the weight and paid them money under the table to act like that was the original weight before. And people see that and they probably think that he did the same thing with Triple G, and to save for the sake of the fight. And, did he make weight? I think he probably did make weight. I don't think it was nothing to it, but it was mad fishy the way he stepped on that scale. And, he stepped off. And then what made it even fishier is Michael Buffer took like a 35 to 45 second delay after he got off the scale and announced the weight. The dude was right in front of the scales. He should have had to wait like he did with Golovkin and give it to Michael Buffer. And that's what really got people's eyes aroused. Because Michael Buffer didn't get the weight until Canelo was damn near back with his team. And the guy I seen do a fucking tape measurement on this shit, man. What was funny, he took a tape measure and he measured where, if they both came in at 160, where the scale little thing was for Golovkin and where it was for Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez looked like he weighed a little bit more. They both was different. They both was off. But he could have played with the TV or some shit like that. And whatever it was, and people saying, well, Triple G looks bigger anyway. Of course he looks bigger up top. You could do a lot of boxers, like Peter Quillen is a guy that's top heavy. Look bigger. They both supposed to be 160. They gonna be 160. Just because you're taller don't necessarily mean you're bigger. And just because you're bigger up top don't necessarily mean you're bigger as well. Canelo has tree trunks for legs, for calves. And that's where the power comes from. Everybody look at the back, the traps, the arms, the chest, the six-pack. The core is good to generate power, but the legs is where the power is based off of. And you got big legs, that's an indication that you got good power most of the time. Just because you big and ripped up top don't mean you got power. You look at a guy like Timothy Bradley who can't crack an egg. And it's the bottom. It's the bottom weight that we get the power from, the leg weight. And people say, well, Triple G look a lot bigger and taller and all this stuff. But it's the leg weight. You can't see his legs because he got those pants on. That's where the majority of Canelo weight lies. You have to look at Canelo's legs when he's fighting. That's where his power and everything is generated from. It's from the ground on up to the core and to the torso, and then you torque the power off the torso. It's all in conjunction how you punch. A lot of guys can't punch because their technique is off. Some guys are just God-given punchers, but some guys is based on technique. So we just giving a one-on-one talk what's going around. We gone.